Welcome to our Zoom tonight, Vicky. We have been waiting for your arrival, so thank you for being here with us. And tonight, first of all, welcome and congratulations everyone who's been able to make it to our Zoom tonight. My name is Alex Talupa'u. I am coming in from Tauranga in New Zealand, and I will be your host tonight to introduce to you the crew that will share some key informations that everyone needs to hear about today. And the facts are today, it's not a surprise anymore, and I think everyone is living through this now. Our world has changed. So much has changed that we're gone with the old and the new has come in. And it's about time that we really make a change in the way we see things, the way we do things, and the way we face the future as well. It's the technology age. It is the information age that we're living in now. And you may have already noticed a lot of things that are happening around us. Inflation is off the roof simply because we understand what caused inflation. The printing of the paper money that we use today, our governments have just been printing and printing and printing, and that causes the value of our dollar to diminish. And because of that, the cost of living goes up, and yet the wages are not going up as much as the rise in prices. So wages are trailing, and that causes us to experience the hardship that we are facing today. I'm not sure if you are all aware, some major banks have collapsed. What does that mean for you and for me? There is also the weakening of the US dollar. Some of the countries in the world have moved away from the US dollar and created their own currency as well. There is also the introduction of the central bank digital currency that's going to be rolling out. Where does that place you right now? And I want to say congratulations for being here tonight, because we're about to share with you some information that is vital right now, and we see it as a plan for us to consider. So when we fail to plan, we're planning to fail, but that is not what we want. We want people to really plan well for what is ahead of us. If you're feeling the inflation and that things are stretched right now for you and your family, we are all going through that. It's a global thing that we're facing today. And tonight, we want to share with you an option that you can seriously consider for you and your family. This option here will ensure your family's future and protect your wealth. And this option is only available to 8 countries in the world right now. And fortunately, New Zealand and Australia are a part of that 8. And if we weren't part of that, we couldn't talk to you about this option. And we are really excited about that, because everyone that's going to share tonight and give you some information to consider, hopefully at the end, you'll be in position to make a decision if this makes sense to you. And if it does, take action. Whoever invited you to the Zoom tonight, that's exactly who you need to connect with straight away and get yourself started. This is for everyone. It's a membership that is now available for you and me, especially for us in New Zealand and Australia. And with that, it's all going to be about gold and silver and how that is real money. It's God's money. And that is where we need to look into. And it's an option that's available to you. And with that, I'm going to bring up one of our leaders, Mr. Ryan, who will cover why gold and silver now. Over to you, Ryan.
Thank you, Alex, and thank you, everyone, for being here this afternoon. And I guess we've just shown you what's going on in this world right now. Like, unless you're living under a rock and unsure about what's going on, everyone knows really what is happening. I mean, I'm a high school teacher. I have high school kids talking about inflation. I have high school kids talking about, you know, what's happening around the world. And no matter what part of the world you are in, everyone is feeling it. And the reason why everyone is feeling it, and to understand why you need gold and silver, is to first understand what the other alternative is and what I guess most of us have been conditioned or programmed to save in, and that's what's called fiat money. So fiat money is what we all go to work for. We all work our heart out for this fiat money. I think I might actually have some for some of this fiat money that we have here. So this is fiat money. And fiat money is just government issued currency that is not backed by anything whatsoever. So it's not backed by gold, it's not backed by silver. All that's backed by this is that the government's saying this is worth $20, which used to be fine back in the day when it was backed by gold and silver, because, you know, it kept governments in check. But in 71, when Nixon took the US dollar off the gold standard, and at the time everyone had already pegged their currency to the US dollar, then this became fiat money. It meant they could just print as much as they liked, and we just had to deal with it. And basically, because we didn't understand it or didn't know about it, we didn't realize that them printing this constantly is actually devaluing it. And that is why we're seeing things go up in price. It's not because we're getting paid more or things are getting more expensive. The reason things are getting more expensive is because this is actually losing purchasing power. So it doesn't actually matter what you make. What matters is what you can purchase with it. So as you can see here, in 1971, when the dollar was tied to gold, you could buy 1 ounce of gold for $35. Now we fast forward to 2023, and 1 ounce of gold is over $2,000. So you can see that the price or the devaluation of currency is getting less and less and less. Gold's not harder to find. It's not more difficult. It doesn't take more hours to get out the ground. In fact, it's probably a lot easier now with technology. But the price of it's gone up because this has gone weaker and weaker and weaker. So that's one reason why you want to save in gold. All right. Another reason why you might want to save in silver is because what silver is actually used in. So over 50% of silver is actually used up on this planet. And it's used up in things like laptops, smartphones that we all use these days, electronics, solar, water purification, medical supplies, all require silver. So now it comes down to basic supply and demand, in that you can't just print silver if you run out of it. If you run out of silver, there's I guess a higher demand for it compared to the supply, then price has to go up naturally. All right, so it's not like money. When we run out of money, what do the governments do? They print it. And that's why when we save in it, we're automatically losing, because it's losing purchasing power, it's losing value every single time. All right, so these are some of the reasons why we want, I guess, to enlighten or highlight why you need gold and silver, because 2.5 years ago, I knew nothing whatsoever of this. All right, because it's not taught in the schooling system. I wasn't teaching this to the kids because I didn't know about it. All right, and now I do. I want to teach this to everyone. All right, so I like facts, I like figures, I like seeing it. So just to put things into perspective, if you had $10,000 in 1965, you decided, I'm going to save this $10,000 in fiat currency, I'll put it under my bed, I'll save it, I'll put it in my piggy bank. That's awesome. That you'd still have $10,000 today. That $10,000 would stay as $10,000, and that's that. But if you'd put that $10,000 in 1965 into a house, based on the housing inflation rate, average housing inflation rate, that value in 2020 would have been around $85,800. So that's a good margin. Your $10,000 has grown to $85,000, or nearly $86,000. Now, if you'd put that $10,000 into gold and decided, in fact, I'm not going to save it in the bank, I'm not going to save it in cash, I'm not going to save it, I'm actually going to save it in gold. At $35.50 an ounce, you would have been able to buy 281 ounces with that $10,000. Now, if you fast forward to at the value here in 2020 at $1,879,000 an ounce, that $10,000 would have turned into $528,000. So you can see that bit right there is a massive difference. It's a lot better. It's growing in value. to me, that's, I guess, a better place to store your money than leaving it in cash, which would have stayed at $10,000. But in terms of actually purchasing power, you're going to see in the coming slides is a lot lower than that $10,000 that you did have. So what is $100 in 1970 worth today? So $100 in terms of purchasing power in 1970, we fast forward to today, is around $1,700. So $100 back then is around $1,700 today. So that $100, if you didn't put it into anything, you left it as $100, it's still going to be $100 in terms of purchasing power, well, in terms of value on what it looks like, but in terms of purchasing power, it should have grown to 1,700 because that's how expensive products have gotten. So I'm going to show another little one on flipping it the other way, that $10,000. So that $10,000 today in 1965 is around $344 worth of purchasing power. That's $10,000 today is the equivalent of $344 back in 1965. So you can see the purchasing power is just not there. Because they print endless amounts of this, we're going to always lose value. And fiat currency, once they took it off the gold standard, has to be created via debt. So they're going to have to continue to print more. So now I want you to start thinking, okay, why would I save in this when they're going to continue to print more and more and more and more and more and more of this, going to devalue more and more and more of this. This is why when we were kids, my parents could give me $1 or $2 and tell me to go to the shop and I'll come back with lots of stuff, lots of lollies. Now I can't give my 7-year-old $1 or $2. She'll just laugh and go, what's the point? I'm not going to the shop. Because the purchasing power has just gotten weaker and weaker and weaker. And it will continue to get weaker and weaker and weaker. So this is why we're trying to shift people's mindset into why you'd want to save in gold and silver. So I don't want you to just take my word for this. I don't want you to just take all our words for this. I want you to take, I guess, the word of what the people, what the masses are doing. So how much money is there in gold and silver? Gold's actually the #1 asset in the world. And it's the #1 asset by 13.3 trillion dollars is the #1 asset in the world. Apple's the second asset in the world, biggest company in the world, and that's $2.6 trillion. So not good, nearly $11 trillion difference. Not billion, not million, not thousand. I'm talking $1 trillion difference. And silver is the 5th asset in the world at 1.4 trillion. So you can see that a lot of the wealthy people, a lot of the big corporations, they're not saving in this. In fact, central banks, they are the biggest buyers of gold in the world. So the central banks that tell you to save in this, they're using your money that you save in that to buy gold. All right, so our philosophy is to do what the wealthy do, not what they say. All right, and as you can see here, this is top assets by market cap. You can go look it up, search it yourself. It's all there. And when $13.3 trillion has been put into gold, that's not your everyday mums, your everyday dads. This is not your everyday worker. This is big, wealthy people, corporations putting their money into that. So this is why you want to save in gold and silver. Now I'm going to pass you over to Ella, and she's going to explain why you'd want to purchase gold and silver, but through 7K. So Ella, take us away.
All right, thank you. Hey everybody, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. My name's Ella and I live in Whangarei in Northland, New Zealand. I've been sticking gold and silver for about 1.5 years now, and I'm honestly loving it. Loving the community, learning, you can't beat it. So you've heard a little bit about why gold and silver. Now you're probably wondering, well, why should we buy it from the US when we can get these coins in New Zealand and Australia? So as you can see here, I've sort of put together a bit of a rundown, and 7K's pricing on the 1 ounce silver eagles actually beats what's available to us here in New Zealand and Australia through our local brokers. I also wanted to touch briefly on why eagles are a big part of what's on offer with 7K's Sound Money wallet. As you can see, they're a sound investment because they're recognised worldwide. They're always in demand due to their silver content and purity, as well as their value as US legal tender. This year, the demand for silver and gold has really surged, which has seen some brokers putting quite insane restrictions on customers. 7K's actually got no maximum or minimum buys at all. So these are some snippets on my next slide, taken from popular brokers in New Zealand and the US, and these are all taken from this year. As you can see, you know, we've got a 100 coin minimum buy, 4 or 5 week pre-order. You know, that's crazy. It, you know, possibly wouldn't even be guaranteed to get it at that rate. So 7K doesn't actually sell you anything that they don't already have on hand. And if you want it shipped, it'll be FedEx to you and you'll have it in about a week, even down in this corner of the world. So this is like a tube of eagles that you get from the Sound Money wallet. So just come in the tube like that. The easiest way to get your hands on silver and gold eagles or bars is by using the 7K Sound Money wallet technology, which is actually the only digital wallet backed by physical inventory in the world. I'm not going to go into that too much because you're going to see a live demo of it really soon. But not only is the purchasing aspect of it really, really easy, anybody could do it. If you need the cash and need to sell your metals from your wallet, 7K has some of the best buyback rates around. So we've chosen to focus on the Sound Money wallet tonight because it's such an amazing tool that makes precious metals affordable to anybody. But there's actually a lot of other benefits of being a 7K member, as we show here. This is a membership with real value. So with the training, we've got buyer certification and collector certification, among other things. So if you're brand new to the space, it's a great place to start. It's little videos that you can sort of listen to at your own pace. So you don't have to sit aside days or weeks to sort of digest all this information. You just go as you want to. I actually looked up other options for training, was doing a bit of research a couple of weeks ago, and all of the courses I found that teach you, like actually teach you about purchasing gold and silver, they were actually between 100 and 900 USD just for a course, which is crazy difference. Next, we've got the autosaver. If you choose, this sends you a collectible coin or gold note every month, which is ideal if you aren't very good at saving because it literally stacks for you on autopilot. Lastly, the community. If you went out and bought on your own from a shop or Trade Me or anywhere else online, you wouldn't have this aspect. We've got a great community here who are super supportive, and we all share knowledge and resources relevant to the rest of us. So if you remember, if you've got any questions, just pop them in chat and we'll answer them at the end of the presentation. But for now, I'll pass you back over to Ryan to showcase the Sound Money wallet.
Awesome. Thank you, Ella. So yeah, we're not just going to talk about the Sound Money wallet. We're not going to say, oh yeah, this and that and show you videos and stuff. We're actually just going to show you it in real life. So you're going to see how easy this technology is and how game-changing this technology is and how this technology alone is allowing the everyday person, no matter what, to be able to purchase gold and silver. Because I don't know about you, but some people just don't have $3,000+ lying around to buy 1 ounce of gold. But what they do have lying around, no matter what they're at, is they might have $5, they might have $10, they might have $50 at the end of the week to be able to now save in gold and silver, which after a while, if you do it constantly, becomes a habit, and that now becomes, I guess, who you are as a person. And this is how you can end up saving, I guess, in real money rather than leaving it in dying fiat currency, which can, I guess, well, which does lose value over time. So I'm going to show you here. So here in the Sound Money wallet, we have the option to buy 1 ounce US silver eagles, 100 ounce silver bars, 1 ounce US gold eagles, and 1 ounce gold bars. So as you can see here, you can buy, sell instantly. Got buying power. So this is the money that I have in the wallet at the moment. So this is all in US dollars. So that's US dollars, the buying power. These are all US dollars. Everything's in US dollars because obviously US company. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to buy. So let's say I've got 29.1 ounces in the 100 ounce silver bar. At the moment, they're going for $29.78 an ounce. So I'm going to buy an ounce. Say I've got $30 at the end of the week. I'm going to do that, buy $30. I put in $30. Now, because I've got money in the Sound Money wallet, I can use it straight from there. But let's say I didn't have money in there. I could use it for my credit card or a card that I've uploaded to it. So as you can see here, I've got my Wirex card attached to it. So people that are into crypto and that you probably know Wirex. You can use your Wirex card, or you can use your crypto cards, and you can purchase gold and silver that way as well. Or your everyday card, whatever it might be, Commonwealth, ANZ, whatever it might be. So I'm going to use it from here. So I've got $30, put in there. I'm going to receive 1.07 ounce, buy, done, just like that. Bought 1 ounce. As you'll see, that will come up here, $30. I now have 30 ounces. So I can buy, sell, or ship. So the other day, I'll see if I can see it on here. I think it's on, I was not on for this one. I'll show you from the Silver Eagles. I got 5 ounces shipped to me. So you can see here, I got 5 ounces shipped to me. I just hit ship within 5 days. They're at my door. And as you can see right there, sound money, 1 ounce Silver Eagle, just like that. They arrived at my door. Or I might be able to send it to a friend. So maybe I have someone that wants to do something for me, but would rather get paid in gold or in silver. I can send it to a friend. Or maybe it's someone's birthday or Christmas and I want to give them a present. I can send them gold, silver, or cash, all instant and all for free. So let's say you've only got $6.78, because that's what I've got there. $6.78. You can buy $6.78 worth of silver. Again, I'm going to receive 0.15, done instantly. Just like that. And I've got that added to me. So I'm going to show you gold. Let's say now I've gone to gold. I've got $412 worth there. I've got $20. I've got $20 worth. I want to buy $20 worth of gold. Now, I don't think there's anywhere in the world where you can buy $20 worth of gold. But here in the Sound Money wallet, this is physical gold. You can do that. And you can do that as many times as you like, which allows you to accumulate real physical assets at any, I guess, at fractionalized amounts, which allows, I guess, the everyday person to be able to do it. So again, just like that, 0.09 worth of gold, done. Simple as that. So now I've got 0.2 worth ounce, 432. And that's how simple it is to transact between gold, silver, cash, member to member. Simple as that. So this is the Sound Money wallet. This is what we wanted to showcase to you. This is how powerful it is. Like we said, it's real, it's physical. This is not like ETFs or anything like that. It's real physical silver. So this is how powerful this technology is. So I wanted to show you that. So now I'm going to pass you back over to Janice, who's going to share her story with you guys right now.
Hopefully I'm not too scratchy.
No, that's good.
Is it all right?
Yeah.
Okay, hi everybody. I'm Janice Smith and I live here in Tauranga in New Zealand. For anybody else that's outside of the country. I sacked my bosses a few years ago now, so I live the laptop lifestyle, and I've been stacking gold and silver for just over 10 months now, and I'm actually on a mission to educate anybody that is ready to protect themselves. So look, I wanted to start 6 years ago. I was in Perth at the Perth Mint, and I said then, I need to be buying gold and silver. 6 years later, still saying it. And then along came a really good friend who said, you need to take a look at this. So I started with 7K because they just took all the hard stuff out of it, because I had no idea where to start. I didn't know what to buy. I didn't know what grading meant. I didn't know who to trust. So for me, it was, I grabbed that membership. It's got so much value. And I jumped in onto that autosaver, because if I didn't, I still would not be getting my coins today. I just knew that I needed to get started in that way. And then the membership, have I learnt so much. Stuff where, I mean, who knows what mintage means? Who knows what a perfect coin means? Who knows what the relief of a coin's made? Not me. But have I learnt that now through this membership? Honestly, that alone. But the choices for the autosaver were, you have 4 choices, 2 silver, 2 gold. Now I'm just a little piglet and I decided I want a bit of them all. So when I first started, I started with the Silver Eagle. I hope you can see this clearly. Silver Eagle. Now the Silver Eagle is this is in US dollars, 115. And then I decided I wanted to get the collectible for the animal series from my son. And I thought, no, bugger him, I'm going to go to the gold. So I decided to get a smaller choice of the gold. And then I saw the gold notes. Now these are amazing. It's the legendary. And just last week they had the convention, and oh my lord, did I learn so much about these. So I'm going for the whole series. So for me, it really was a no-brainer. You know, the difference for the collectibles for me is they're scarce, they're 5 times magnified, they're not touched by human hands. It's an MS70. You probably don't know what that means. Grab a membership and you'll find out. And also that Sound Money wallet, wow. I couldn't believe that I could have a wallet as well where if somebody wanted to, who had like a florist, and I bought some flowers, I could pay her in gold or silver. And she's gone, what, really? Just like that, you can do it that quick, just as Ryan has showed you. So best decision I have ever made. Look, I don't come from a wealthy family, but my legacy is definitely going to be, and I am doing what the wealthy are doing. So please just remember, collectibles have made it through every recession. Start protecting yourself, jump on, grab that membership and come and have some fun. We've got an amazing community here as well. So hand it back over to you, Alex, to sign us on out.
Wow. Thank you, team, for all of that. That was just amazing information that you all shared. And thank you, Janice, for sharing your excitement as well with your collection. I mean, that's impressive. And as you were sharing that, I wanted to share as well. Today, I received my pack, my autosaver. Maybe you can't see it, but I got mine today. I've got my collectible coin as well, the animal series. That arrived today, and it's just next to me here. And I'm excited about that as well, because every month without fail, it comes to my home, and I'm automating my wealth and protecting it and securing a brighter future for my family's wealth as well. It's been mentioned a few times tonight as well. Do what the wealthy do, not what they say. Ryan said it, Janice just said it just before. And you know what? The great news with that is all of us can be a part of this. You saw the demonstration that Ryan also did with the Sound Money wallet. He transferred $30, and then the next amount was $6.78. As little as $6, below $10, we can stack it up. I'm excited for you as well, Ryan, because every time you demonstrate, you're actually growing your own wealth in your back office as well. So that is amazing, and we can all relate to that. And for our guests who are with us tonight, you don't have to have a lot of money to get started with this. You've just seen it all tonight. Anyone can get started. All you need to do is get yourself a membership. So there's a couple of memberships that you can choose from tonight. The first one is our standard membership, and that gives you access to back office and the autosaver and everything that you need, and it will cost $199 per annum. And that's one off for this, for the whole year. The value, the total value of that membership is $800. And remember, 7K is only in 8 countries. We are blessed and privileged to be in that 8 countries. And $199, you will get your money's worth by the end of the membership there. And you can participate and use the Sound Money wallet as well. But if you want a premium membership, that will cost you $499. And the whole total value of that is $1,500. There's a lot of savings in there, and the difference between the two is like traveling in a plane where you've got the premium and then you've got the economy. So the standard is like the economy, the premium is like the premium side. You get a lot more benefits and a lot more service that you can access because of your membership there. And that's pretty much our presentation for you tonight. What we really want you to take away from this is an option that you have access to right now. All of us, Ryan's coming in from Perth, Australia, Ella, Janice, and myself are here in New Zealand. For us in Kiwi land, we can be a part of this. You don't have to have a lot of money or wait to save up a lot of money to get started in here. You saw $6.78 can get you into some gold. It's fractional gold and silver that we can tap into right now and start building your wealth. And that is the first part of our presentation. And for anyone in here, if you want to leave and you've gotten what you wanted, this is just passive. You just come in and you just want to collect coins and all the collectibles as well. If you're interested in, speak to a person that invited you tonight. But we have put aside another extra 10 minutes after this so that we can share with anyone in here, because we are very mindful of your time. And if you have to go, that's okay. We've come to the end of the first part. But for the next 10 minutes, if you want to stay on, listen as to how you can get 7K, pay for your autosaver, and you can make another side income as a part of this by growing a community. And with that, I want to hand it over to Mr. Ryan, who is the expert in sharing that part as well. Ryan, over to you.
Awesome, thank you. Like Alex said, if you've got what you needed from this, you're more than welcome to leave. You don't have to stay the next 10 minutes because time is very precious. And the reason we do this is because we do want to actually get our time back for sure. So not only are we protecting and growing our wealth through real money, we're helping others do it. And this is what we're going to show on how you can do that as well. So before we get into it, these are the autosaver coins that Janice and Alex were showing as well. So like we said, you've got the gold notes, you've got the other gold one down here, and then you've got the animals silver series, and then you've got the the silver eagles here. So these are the gold notes. These are just photos of them. Look 1,000 times better in real life. Look really good here, but in real life, once you see them, you'll get blown away by how amazing they are. So I guess being on the autosaver, not only does it help you create and build awesome habits, and that you don't have to start thinking about things. You know that every single month you're going to be getting a collectible coin. You're going to be transferring declining fiat dollars into real physical assets, and not only just the #1 and #5 asset in the world, but collectible assets as well, rare numismatic assets. So it's exciting. So this is one way in which you can build points, which points eventually turn into ways of creating residual income. So this is one massive way on how you can do it. The memberships that we saw before, that is also another way in how you can collect points. And basically those points, once you collect points and once you start building, I guess, a team, a business, you open up different ranks which allow you to create that residual income. So before we dive into this real quickly, I want you to just think about when you're going to a nice restaurant. Let's say you're like, oh, I want to go to a nice restaurant. You end up going to a restaurant, you have a lovely experience, really, really enjoy it. You have an amazing meal. The atmosphere is fun. You just have a good time all around. You come out, you're happy, excited, you really, really enjoyed it. The next day or a week later, or a month later, or even a year later, whatever it might be, you have a friend ask you, hey, do you have any recommendations for a really nice restaurant? I want to take my partner out. I want to go have some fun. I've had a really stressful week. I've had a really busy week. I just want to have a nice meal. Don't want to cook at home. Do you have any recommendations? And you go, yeah, actually I do. Last night or last week or last month or last year, I went to this amazing restaurant. It was incredible. You'll love it. Go there, have a good time. Your friend goes to that restaurant. They have the exact same experience as you did. They have an amazing time. They have an awesome experience, a lovely meal. And the restaurant's going, oh, thank you very much. Awesome. Glad that you've brought us customers. You brought us clients. But the restaurant's getting all the benefit from it. You who told your friend to go there is not getting anything. The restaurant doesn't ask your friend, oh, hey, who told you about us? And then call you up and go, hey, Bill, do you mind if I reward you for sending us those clients? That doesn't happen. But in this business model, that does happen. So instead of the company spending millions, billions on advertising companies and paying them, they pay the people. And I'll show a video actually at the end of this, is you'll see why the founders actually set up this company and the reason they've created and structured it like this. So not only are they providing incredible value and I guess products and giving us real money, real gold, real silver that, you know, has been around for over 7,000 years, they actually give you thank you checks for it. So let's say you decide you want to become an associate. If you invite one, or you share this with one person on your left and one person on your right, you automatically become an associate. And that will open up the pay gate where you can earn up to $500 per week. And like I said before, this is where the residual money comes in. So if you're getting real value, real enjoyment, you're I guess protecting your wealth, you love the products, you're going to want to share it. And if people are enjoying it and liking it, they're going to keep coming back. They're going to keep buying products. They're going to keep buying goods that are real money, because these things, they don't expire. They will never, ever run out. They'll never go off. I won't ever have to throw it out. I can pass these on to my kids. My kids can pass it on to their kids, and so on and so forth. These will be around for thousands and thousands more years. Like we say, it's God's money. It was here before us. It'll be here long after us. So this is how the residual income starts coming in, because people are going to be wanting to get coins. They're going to be wanting to share it with people. They're going to be wanting to create a business. And as you can see here, once you go up the ranks, you open up bigger pay gates, which allow you to create more money. So copper, you can earn up to 1,000 per week. Bronze, 2,000 per week. Silver, 3,500 per week. And this is all in US dollars. So if you're making 3,500 per week, you are now seeing that you can actually, you know, get rid of the job that you hate. You're making full-time money. You're making business money now. You have options that allows you to decide what you want to do. And we've got people, I think actually Cole might be on here, who's been able to quit his job. You know, he does this full-time now because he sees the value in this and he wants to help people grow and protect their wealth. In fact, 85% of members that have memberships are purely members because they just want to be customers. They love the products. And that to me is what truly is remarkable, is when you have such good products, people are going to want to do that. But you have that option to create residual income by sharing and helping other people. So is there anything else, Alex, Janice, or Ella, you want to add on to that? If there isn't, if there's any questions people might have, now's the time, fire them away. Otherwise, I'll share the video. So Janice, Alex, and Ella, is there anything you want to add on to that?
No, you've done an amazing job. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. I'm just looking at the $2,000, up to $2,000 per week. Hey, imagine an extra $2,000 per week to your family. That's like $8,000 a month, and that's in US dollars. Wow, us here in New Zealand. That is something, yeah, that's a nice little stream there that can grow really big residually and will pay us over and over as we share. Yeah, but otherwise, thank you for that, Ryan.
Nice. And that's all for helping people, you know, learn about the power of gold and silver, learning about what real money is, learning about how they can protect and grow their wealth, learning about what the #1 asset in the world is, because most people just don't know about it. And you don't have to be going $2,000 per week. You might only want $200 per week to help pay for the rising costs of inflation, or to help pay for the bills, or to help pay for a night out. You know, the options are endless. But what you are going to be getting is high quality products that's, you know, going to grow, that has grown over time. I can't tell you it's going to 100% grow over time, but statistics of 7,000 plus years say it will grow over time. So It's pretty exciting. So if there's anyone that's on here that has any questions, unmute yourself or write them in the chat, fire away. Otherwise, I'm going to go back to this video that I want you guys to have a quick look at. It's not very long, and you'll see why the founders have started this company in the first place.
And while we're waiting for any questions that may come through from our guests, I just wanted to add, while I remember as well, this point that I got today. They've only minted 7,777 of them. Out of the 7.9 billion people in the world, I had one of these because there's only 7,777. Imagine all of these are out and people see after these babies here. Imagine how the value will grow as a result of people coming after this. So yeah, get yourself a membership and start collecting. If you're a guest, speak to the person who invited you. And back to you, Ryan.
Definitely, it's exciting times.
And there are so many people on this earth that need this company, who are poor, who have no hope, who are destitute, and we will work out a way of helping those people. Yes. That's my long-term goal. That's my why. And we'll do that.
Yes.
We got the brain power. We got the, well, we have all the tools. We have a wonderful toolbox. It is full of wonderful tools. You give us a nut, we'll pull the tool out and we will turn it. And it's happening every day.
But the concept that Richard had to put this commission structure together, I think was genius in the fact that as we built the rank advancement systems and the way that you actually moved up and you could earn money is you couldn't leave people behind. You had to have other people become successful in order for you to become successful. You couldn't just walk away and become this high dollar earner and leave everybody else out there. You needed other people to be able to move with you, and they needed to be able to move up and earn money as you earn money. And so it really was a rising tide raises all boats, right? It wasn't this ego-driven commission structure where one person could make a lot of money. And that's a really big deal in this industry, right? That's how a lot of times it gets promoted. And the fact of the matter is we don't even have to promote it on the commission structure because the product is so dang good. People come in to get the product, they end up earning a little money and find out that they can help other people do it. And then pretty quick, they're moving up through the rank advancements and they're bringing other people along, and it's really people helping people.
7K Metals has the greatest people in this industry. People of integrity, people with work ethics, people of character, family values. I see how people help one another, work together. It's just the greatest team of people I've ever seen in my 40 years. And so my thumbs are up to you, the greatest in the industry. Our success is because of you out there in the field, morning, noon, and night, in the trenches. Your sleeves are rolled up. You've got your perspiration on your forehead. You're in the marketplace. You're a product of the product. You're talking to people at opportune moments. But you're doing it loving one another and caring about one another.
In that perspective, I was recently on a call with a company that every one of us uses every day in the entire globe. And when you have their CEO say to you, wow, you guys are doing something that the entire world will use one day, it makes you stop and pause. It makes you reflect back on the last 5.5 years and realize that from these humble beginnings, from these humble ideas, we really have changed the world. But we're just getting started. When they say to us things like, wow, you might actually wipe out poverty in some of these nations, it's a pretty powerful thing. I recently had the opportunity to stand on a beautiful mountain as the sun came up, and I got to see in the vista, I could see more than 1,000 mountain peaks, more than 1,000, far as the eye could see. And the thought came to me, this is what 7K is. It's an endless opportunity for tens of thousands, if not millions of households around the world to have a brighter, day. Where are we going? We're going to change the world.
Ah, gets me every time. Absolutely gets me every time. I think Janice in the comments is like, always gets me teary when I listen to Roger. I'm the same. So you can see how incredible these founders are and why they've started this company and why we have such amazing value and such amazing products and such amazing opportunities. So like we said at the very start, this is an opportunity. It's up to you where on that opportunity you lie, where you want to sit, what you want to do, how much of the opportunity you want to take. The choice is yours. We're just here to show and highlight and leave that up to you. So that is it. That's the end of the whole presentation. Get back to the people that invited you if you're ready to start, protecting and growing your wealth and real money, and they'll be able to help you out moving forward. So anything else anyone wants to add on, or otherwise I'll wrap it up?
You can wrap it up.
Yay. Thanks for coming.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for coming. Have a lovely evening and enjoy yourselves.